And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be unlocking the Moogle Beast tribe. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So, I've went ahead and I cleared every single quest in Churning Mists, just so there's no confusion. Like, there is no quests I have available on Churning Mists. It's completely empty. I've done every single one. And it was a good way to level up my Black Mage as well. And the way you actually unlock the Beast Tribes as well, other than doing that, you don't have to do every quest, but you have to do some of them. But I did them all anyway for the sake of my ult. Is you have to come here to the pillars, to 1111, where I am right now. And you need to talk to this unflinching Temple Knight. And he has a quest into the mists. And basically, I'm not going to record this for this episode because it'll take too long. But this is an entire chain of quests. And eventually, you get to the last quest in this series, which is called... Let's take a look. I think it's called... no, hang on. Let me just double confirm the name, just so I don't make a mistake. Okay, so this leads into the quest, laying the first brick. So, at the end of this chain, basically, there's a lot of quests. There's probably 5 or 6. So you have to do 5 or 6 quests, starting from Into the Mist, and then eventually you do laying the first brick. You also have to have done the main scenario quest Into the Airy. So once we've done the quest laying the first brick, then the quest will become available Tricks and Stones, which is how we will then unlock the Moogle Beast tribe. So once that is done, we will continue. Okay, so I've got to the last quest, which is laying the first brick, and I finished that quest. So now let's get on with it. So welcome to the Churning Mists, Kupo. Moglin has told us about you. It's our pleasure to guide you to Mogholm. Where are my manners? I am Commander Handlope of the Temple Knights. We are honored to receive your guidance. Furthermore, we appreciate your willingness to impart on us your knowledge of the Churning Mists. If there is aught you would require in return, we would gladly repay your kindness. Sir Handlope, you come from a large city on the surface, yes? You might have exactly the knowledge we need, Kupo. We've long yearned to learn how the repair stone structures. If we did, we could repair Zenith with our own ports. Ah, that would be cool. If they're like, the whole purpose of the Moogle Beast tribe is to repair Zenith. So, us Moogles have a sacred agreement with the great Yerm Hresvelga that binds us to protect the Holy Tower. But after 1,000 years, time has worn its luster. Zenith is beloved by Hresvelga and stands as a symbol of the friendship between the Landlords and the Skylords. If we could restore its former glory, maybe the bond between your two races would be revitalized as well. Isn't this a nice picture? So, indeed, the Holy See's knowledge of stoneworking is vast, very well. Although the road ahead of me is maybe difficult, I will do all within my power to convince the Holy See to send stonemasons and carpenters to do what they can. You are too kind. However, there's one more thing I must ask of you. It may be too soon to allow so many people from the surface into Hresvelga's beloved tower. It could unnerve him. For now, we would ask that you teach us what you can at Mogholm, and then we can use our own paws to repair Zenith. It may start with us repairing but a single brick, but if we keep at it, soon Zenith will sparkle, as it hasn't in a millennium. So I understand the Moogle's concern. I know all too well that 1,000 years of animosity cannot be forgotten overnight. Let us work with diligence, and brick by brick, we shall rebuild that which has been lost. So I'm glad we've come to an agreement. Now let us be off to Mogholm. There's so much to share with you. Okay, so let's take the craftsmanship. Yeah, craftsmanship, whatever. Little stuck between craftsmanship and control. Cool. So now that's done. So we will expect to see the quest called, let's take a look, The first quest should be called Tricks and Stones. That's the first quest of the Moogle series. If it's not there, I'm going to be very upset. Tricks and Stones. There it is. And of course, the Moogle Beast tribes are based around crafting. So I'm going to have to switch to one of my crafters to do it. Cool. Right. So let us switch to... It really doesn't matter. Carpenter, whatever's first on the list. So, Seething Stonemason. There we go. So, Tricks and Stones. The Seething Stonemason is shouting obscenities into the wind. So, goddamn Moogles, they'd lost their bloody pompons if they weren't attached to their heads. I can't find my nuts. Find my pebbles, Kupo. You want to know where your pebbles are? I'll tell you right after I shove them up your bleeding... Oh, you. You're not one of them, thank the gods. Finally someone capable of sensible conversation. You see, I was sent here at the Temple Knight's behest to teach stonemasonry to these creatures. However, as soon as I arrived, they bombarded me with menial tasks, and before long I find myself traipsing aimlessly across the Churning Mists. I'll endure it no longer. It's time I bid good riddance to this place and its inhabitants. Madam, I am loath to ask you to suffer such wretched company, but could you inform the one named Moogle that I shan't be returning? I dare not go myself, lest my temper get the best of me. Okay. So basically, it's down to us to repair Zenith now. GG. But we're a crafter, right? We follow Mithrie's guides. We know everything about crafting, so of course we can repair Moogle and repair Zenith. The well-met adventurer, the pump guard remains vigilant as ever. What brings you to Moogle? A sudden craving for coupon nuts? So another stonemason has gone home. At least this one bothered to inform me, in a manner of speaking. I suppose I can't blame him for leaving. He was only trying to help us repair Zenith. They're sent here to survey the area and teach us what they know of working stone. Alas, the Moogles are more concerned with who can concoct the cleverest trick than who can build the sturdiest wall. They don't do it out of malice, it's just to an impulse, like breathing or hiding. But the Ishgardians don't view it that way. So far, this is the 9th stonemason that's left us. I fear Sir Handloop may be regretting his decision to help. As a representative of Moogle, I must offer him an apology and an explanation. Adventurer, will you guide me to Ishgard so I might mend this situation? So what a relief, Kupo. I tend to get horribly lost when travelling on my own. I trust your preparations are complete. Excellent, let us be off. Okay, so Moogle is the Moogle ambassador. So let's go to Ishgard, to Foundation. So let's go. It's nice that he's offered to apologise on behalf of the Moogles. I can appreciate that. And guys, as well, when you're doing those quests, don't rush through them, the pre-quests. Like, there is a lot of story involved. I've always tried to say to people, like, you know, the game is about story. Role-playing game. You're playing the role of a character in a story. So, like, if you skip through the quest, you're basically skipping the game. And enjoy it, it's pretty epic, so. Anyway, here's Handloop. So, greetings, Sir Handloop. If it isn't Moogle and Mithrie, an unexpected visit, but a welcome one, for that I had been hoping to speak with you speak with you of our stonemasons. Each one has returned within a fortnight, more wroth than the last. They claim the Moogles are proving to be less receptive to their teachings than they had anticipated. That's a polite way to say it. So, Handloop, my deepest and most sincere apologies. The others only meant to make the stonemasons feel welcome by including them in their mischief. They never meant to anger. I swear on my honor as a pom guard that this will not happen again. For the sake of friendly relations, I'm more than willing to put this misunderstanding behind us and begin anew. Alas, we have already sent you every stonemason we can spare, and I fear that there is little hope in convincing any of them to return to Mogholm. You haven't sent every stonemason, my dear Handloop. Who's this guy? The Lord Harrison. What brings you to the congregation? That wasn't a complicated word. So, let us dispense with the title, shall we? And surely you can surmise why I am here. Every one of those skin-finned milksops was a pupil of mine. How would it reflect upon me if I let their negligence bring this project to ruins? Besides, this task came to us directly by the Holy See, and failure would result in my family becoming a laughingstock for generations to come. So you see, for both personal and familiar honor, I must take up the hammer and succeed where my students have failed. Alas, I am well past my prime. The hammer weighs heavy in my hand, and my mind dulls with age. Alone, I fear I might fall victim to the clever deceptions of the Moogles, or my body might crumble under the stress of so much physical labor. Perhaps with the help of a young, stout adventurer, ... stares at Mithrie. One has won the respect of the Moogles. One is well versed in their ways. Only with such a partner could this old man possibly hope to keep his honor from being sullied. Do you know any such adventurous friend? Pray tell me you do. I wonder, who could it be, who could it be? What courage. Did you see that, Handloop? This strapping young lass put her name forward without a second thought. Truly you have brought solace to this tired old man's heart, my dear Mithrie. What a surprise. So, Kupo, I'm not sure I understand. Are you saying both you and the adventurer will help us? Indeed, my little friend. You shall be well taken care of. Now, our first order of business should be to gather all who are involved in the restoration. Moogle, I entrust the task to you. Mithrie and I shall not be far behind. Sounds good, sounds good. Before we depart, however, we have some work to do on our own to complete. You see, I mean to show the Moogles that they are not the only ones with a panache for trickery. Come and meet at the Jewel Grozier and we can begin preparations. Interesting. I wonder if we'll actually see a real change in Zenith, like a physical change, like we see in Mordona, like we see in Ishgard and in Idleshire and so on. Like, will the terrain actually change? It probably will. Knowing Square Enix probably will. But anyway, let's go to the Jewel Grozier. The Jewel Grozier. And I'm a bit late doing these quests. I may be like 4 or 5 days late, but whatever. It's still better than how I did with the other Beast Tries, where I was about 4 months late. Well, I am getting back into the swing of things. There's a lot to do in 3.3. A lot of people have been asking me, is it worth returning to 14? And I would say yes. There's a lot to do. There's a lot of content. But anyway, here's Tarison. So, there you are. Before we begin, I would draw upon your knowledge of the Moogles. Namely, I wish to know what foods they are partial to. For I believe therein we shall find the means to deceive them. So, their makeshift economy resolves around these Koopa nuts, why this plan practically crafts itself. Of course, our next course of action is plain, and I believe you are the last to rise to the challenge. For your hands speak volumes, then your words do not. They are the hands of a practiced artisan, much like my own. There is no need for humility, my friend. You are among peers. You are, as your peer, I would be honored to call upon your aid. I ask that you craft me a Koopa nut. Not a real one, mind you, but a fake which could fool even the most discerning Moogle. As I have never laid eyes on a Koopa nut myself, I must entrust this task to you. I require only one, which I shall use to make more. I believe with the judicious use of wood, leather, and cloth, you should be able to craft a fake perfect fake that perfectly captures the uneven texture of a wild nut. Here, I believe these materials should prove sufficient. So now, I know full well that even the master has her failed attempts, and so have instructed Mithrie here to provide you with more materials should you require them. So, to proceed with this quest, use the materials provided by Tarason to craft a fake Kupu nut. Should your synthesis efforts prove unsuccessful, speak with Mithrie once more to receive another set of materials. To begin crafting, select Logs from the main menu, followed by Crafting Log, or N if you're playing on PC, and then select Beast Tribe from within the requisite crafting discipline, then locate the desired recipe. If synthesis proves difficult, you may consider purchasing a better primary tool or gear from Redox or Norlays in the Jewel Grosier. Cool. Right, so now we need to make a Kopu nut, so let's do it. Now, one thing that they have said is that while they provide the materials, you have to provide things like crystals and stuff like that. So, let's see. Synthesize a fake Kopu nut. Okay, where is Kopu nut? Exploding Kopu nut. Okay, so here we go. Fake Kopu nut. That's the one. So, what level is this? It's level 50. That's good to know because I'm going to be using these quests to bridge the gap for my new players crafting series on Ori. So it's great to know that these are level 50. Difficulty 95, durability 40. Okay, whatever. So synthesize. Right, now it didn't say we have to make a high quality one, but me being Mithrie, of course I'm going to make a high quality one. So let's just hit good old trusty macro. The comfort zone in a quiet, waste not 2. Steady hand 2. This rotation I'm doing is way over the top for this item. It's completely not needed, but whatever. Now, if you want to know how my macros work and so on, then be sure to follow my different crafting series. Let's just finish. But hey, there you go. You can't have high quality it. Now, the thing is, when you're leveling up, and this is something I will say in the New Players Crafting series, even if an item can't high quality, okay, if you fill the high quality bar, then you will get way more EXP than if you just hit synthesize over and over again. But we'll come back to that in the New Players Crafting series. Anyway, here is Tarason. So, how goes your work, Mithrie? There is no need to rush. I would not want a masterpiece to be marred by a hasty hand. Okay, so let's hand it over, hand over. So this is a Kopu nut. Although I'm not a Moogle, I am certain that if it was, my stomach would be rumbling at the sight. Impressive considering the meager materials we had on hand. No doubt you are wondering what I plan to do with this. Do not worry, I would not dare spoil your surprise for you. For now, just know that I intend to make more. It may be some time, so pray go on ahead of me to the plaza near Zenith. I shall meet you there. Fair enough. Let's go now to Zenith. And let's start these Beast Tribe quests. I've already maxed out every other Beast Tribe in the game, including the Vanu Vanu and the Vath. And I still try and do the Vanu Vanu and the Vath when I have spare time because I'm gathering materials for my relic quest. These items here, like the unidentified ore and unidentified bone and so on. You guys will know it if you've done the relic quest. And ooh, oh wow, they're going to build up this thing, big empty space. And as well, and also it's a really great way to level up alts. So you see, I'm still leveling up all my alt classes to level 60. My Black Mage is approaching 60 as well. My Astrologian is 42. So yeah, the aim is to get everything 60 ASAP, so I don't have to think about leveling on Mithrie anymore until the next expansion. Anyway, here's Tarason. So welcome to Bar Lays, Mithrie. Truth be told, this place is in even worse shape than I was led to believe. Well, I suppose that even a fortress begins with a single stone. And I see huge potential in that space, wow. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's my crafting eyes. I was like, wow, a place to build. My apologies, Lord Tarason. I urged the Mogmenders to meet us here, but they all claim to be busy with something or other. It may be a while before they arrive. Tarason will suffice, my dear Moogle, and there is no need for apologies. From my understandings, the Mogmenders have laziness in abundance. While we are waiting, answer me one question. Who among them is easiest to trick? That would be Master Mogzin. Without a doubt, Kupo. He was put in charge of the Mogmenders on account of his deft paws, but he fails for their tricks more often than not. One time he spent 3 days playing hide and seek while the others gorged on Kupo nuts. Such deviousness. I doubt I can surpass so clever a ploy. Nonetheless, I must try. Moogle, I believe Mithrie and I can take over the reins from here. We shall have the Mogmenders hard at work ere long. You mean to out-trick the Mogmenders? Fascinating. I had no idea you played tricks on each other down below. Of course, I look forward to hearing for your victory. Oh, I do hope he hides his pebbles. Okay, so when building a wall, we taught that a single ill-placed brick can cause a whole structure to collapse. I believe this Master Mogzin may be our figurative loose brick. Now, let us seek him out. He cannot be far. Okay. As they say, what does this say? I've forgotten every saying ever. Never mind. But we're basically looking for the weakest link in the chain, basically. So there's Master Mogzin. So, nine Stonemasons, Kupo. Surely they are praising my cleverness in Ishgard. For how I should trick the next one? Oh, I know. A rare sickness which strikes once every 100 years causes our pom-poms to... Master Mogzin of the Mogmenders, I presume. I am Terrazone, freshly arrived from Ishgard. Forgive me for eavesdropping, but I overheard mention of a sickness. Is there aught I need to worry about? So, you're here already? I mean, yes, a terrible, incurable sickness has spread throughout Mogholm. One last seen over 1,000 years ago. Once afflicted, our wings grow heavier than stones. We can do nothing but lie on the ground, helpless until it passes. I see. Such unfortunate timing. Well, I suppose we must postpone our work for now. May you and yours be in good health soon. 'Tis a pity truly. Whatever shall I do with all these Kupo nuts? Did you say Kupo nuts here? Ow? Why yes, I brought a veritable feast, which I meant to share with the Mogmenders as a gesture of goodwill. Alas, we shall have to wait. A sickness which comes once every 1,000 years surely requires proper... Did I say sickness? Perhaps I was mistaken. Yes, perhaps they weren't sick after all, just napping. How embarrassing. Luckily for you, however, that means that the rest of the Mogmenders are hale and hearty. I'll summon them and meet you at Borlairs forthwith. So, by the gods, I was hoping for a bit more sport than that. Perhaps if he said Kupo nuts were a miraculous cure of this epidemic, I could have pretended to believe him. Well, what's done is done. Come, let us away to Barlairs and meet our new companions. I mean, I'm seeing this is like a very noble thing if we offer to clean all this mess up. Like, and I want to see this place in perfect condition. You know, me with my crafting hat on, you guys know the huge amount of crafting I've done in this game. And it's just in a game, sure, but, like, it's just... I still see the nobility in it, you know? If I wasn't so puny and weak in real life, then, you know, who knows, I probably would have been a crafter in real life as well. A builder. Okay, here's Terrason. So, as promised, I've gathered my most skilled Mogmenders, and I believe there was talk of a feast? Indeed, they have the paws of true artisans. Now for the feast. Let me start off our relationship by offering this bounty to you. Lol. They look so plump and juicy. And all this for a little effort. As Master of the Mogmenders, I declare first privileges. So, that's not how Cooper Nut tastes. It's a fake. How could something that looks so delicious be so disappointing? My dear Mogzin, it seems that the tables have turned. Indeed, these nuts are wrought by man, not born by nature. And even better than the real thing, yes? Well, besides the taste, of course. They're all fake. There's not even one real tucked away inside, Kupo. Perhaps we should check once again, just to be sure. Lol. I dare say that these would fool even Chieftain Moglin, and no one has ever been able to trick him. Truly works of art. This is but a small sampling of our capabilities, friends. I have built towers and raised walls that rival the largest in Churning Mists. Yes, even Zenith. You mean you can make Cooper Nuts even larger than these? Larger than Zenith? Perhaps I could, if I had the inclination. However, I offer you something better. Pledge your paws to me, and I shall teach you how to craft aught you can imagine. Alas, I will make this offer only once. What say you? Anything we can imagine, Kupo, of course. We swear on our pom-poms to be diligent pupils. Why, I am ready to start repairing Zenith this very moment, lol. So that's the spirit. I like to see, but we have a long road ahead of us. My Moogle Menders. Before we start work on the palace proper, I believe we would do well to begin by repairing this very plaza. What you learn here shall form the solid foundation from what is to come. Yeah, I definitely look forward to this. I want to see this place thrive. It's your way you leave your world to be better for the next person who comes along. So, is Master Mogzin? So, well, now that things have settled, I do believe formal introductions are in order. I am Mogzin, Master of the Mogmenders. I never knew what a crafter was capable of until I saw those fake coconuts. With even a fraction of such skill, I have no doubt that we could restore Zenith to its former glory. Still, I can't help but wonder what we could have accomplished had we listened to the other 9 stonemasons. Oh well, I suppose that there's no use racking my pom-pom over the past. Besides, you and Tarason are so much more kind and patient than the others. You do plan to stay and teach us, right? We'll work every day until our paws are sore and our cheeks are flushed. I promise you that. Yep. Together we'll rebuild Barlays. Yep. Piss off, Kupo. Oh my god. How many of you clicked that button? Truly, Kupo, the others will be overjoyed to hear it. Mogmenders, let us go forth, tools in paw, and make Zenith shine once more. Nice. Fugaku is acting as my bodyguard. Just starting with the basics. Too heavy. So, thanks to your efforts, the restoration of Barlays has begun. Continue assisting the Mogmenders to see repair of the plaza completed. That's epic. I love that. The Beast Tribe quests are now unlocked. Reputation increased to neutral. You've achieved neutral reputation with the Mogmenders. Moogle Beast Tribe daily quests are now available from Mogek the Marvelous in Barlays. Furthermore, you can now purchase wares from Mogbelly. Mog Eat Mog 1. Okay, So let's accept the quest. And remember that these quests reset every single day at Japanese midnight. However, that is for you. In the UK, that's 4 PM. So let's accept these quests. And there is an overall allowance of 12. I've already done 3 for the Vanu Vanu. So, and you get 3 quests from each of the beast tribes, basically. So it means you could do 4 beast tribes a day if you like. Anyway, so with a little help, let's see. So, I remember all of this experience is going to be for crafting. So, for example, if I switch to a non-crafting class, see, it's not available anymore. So you have to be a crafter to do these dailies, and ideally level 50 from the looks of it. So with a little help, the first one. So Mogek the Marvelous is in need of a master craftsman. We'll get 20 fire crystals, and obviously the reputation up, and we'll also get a carved kupu nut, an edible kupu nut carved with a special symbol to denote use as Moogle currency. Nice. So Mogek the Marvelous is in need of a master craftswoman. So, well met, Mithrie. I was just about to send for you. You see, the sudden influx of new recruits has us short on woodworking tools and supplies, leaving those who joined us more recently with no means to begin their training. You are sorely lacking in saw horses, and you're just the artisan we need to build them. By now, Mog 1 should have secured the necessary materials with which you can do so. If you make your way to Azat, you'll be able to begin crafting straight away. Nice. Then let's accept the next quest. So, hasty conclusions. So, Mogek the Marvelous appears slightly flustered. Okay? Let's do that. So, Mithrie, I know not what to do, Kupo. Several days ago, one of my Mogmenders stormed off when I told him searching for the House of Letters for construction materials was a foolish idea. He has been absent for days, and being the hard head he is, I'm sure he will not return until he has collected an assortment of planks and paints, and piling large enough to prove me wrong. I fear this means that he might never come back, for there is nothing of the sort in Isle Tome, only hungry predators seeking easy prey, and there is nothing easier than an overworked Moogle. Please, find and make sure he is safe. Okay, cool. And then the third quest, a fundamentally important task. So, Mogek the Marvelous is nervously fluttering his wings. So, as you might recall, today, or rather was, to be the day we began restoring the Foundation. A slight oversight, however, has left us with insufficient materials to do so. So, to remedy this, I have dispatched Mogmenders to the landlord's colony, and Altom to root out those lumber and steel. They should have returned by now, but are nowhere to be seen. It is imperative that we sort this mess out quickly. So, I would ask that you lend us your strength once more, Mithrie. Please go and gather whatever they have collected and deliver it to one of my Mogmenders as the restoration site above. Okay, so let's do these quests. Check the map. And the reason I've cleared every single quest in Churning Mists as well, so it wasn't just to level up my Black Mage, but also so that I would not confuse any other quests that I'm doing now for the Moogle Beast tribes. So I wanted to make sure that, I'm 100% concentrated on what I'm doing. And it seems like we're concentrating on something very important. I would like this whole area to be cleaned up. I guess we'll see. That's what it leads to. But Mogek mentioned that you'd be along. Well, I dare say you will not disappoint. The selection of materials we've gathered for you will even rival the wares of vendors in the inner cities. Please excuse, I exaggerate, of course, but rest assured, all that you need can be found right here. Oh, and I would ask, please take the finished product directly to Mogop. He's been beside himself with excitement since learning you'd be the one creating supplies for our trainees. Cool. So, what do we have to give Mogop? What does he want from me? Did you bring them with you? Oh, so I do have to pick them up? Okay, with a little help. Synthesize training supplies. Fair enough. Okay, now we have to actually do some crafting. So, let's see. Training supplies. We have to do 3 of them. Let's go. And as I said before, it's to... You don't have to high quality this, but do it for the sake of the... what's it called? For the sake of the EXP you'll get, assuming you're not level 60. So, but because I am level 60, I could just, you know, it would make no difference to me. I could just finish them in one hit. But, like I said, when you're crafting, if you're still leveling up, try and fill the quality bar as quick as you can, while also not compromising the finishing the craft. If you fail, you can just go back and you can pick up more. So yeah, so that's why he's got the blue exclamation mark over his head. It's sort of like you can then request more materials from him if you didn't finish the 3 crafts. Anyway, here's Mogupop. Mogupop, I can't pronounce the name. Mithrie, you're right on time. Did you bring them with you? Yes, I did. So hand over. So, oh, they're perfect, so perfect. In fact, they make me think our novice Mogmenders would feel so much more inspired to learn if they received their training supplies from the master craftswoman such as yourself. I shall wrap them up, so you might distribute them to each of our crafters in training. Nice. So, let's give it to each one. Nice. Crafting hammer. I like it. So, a special delivery for me. How exciting. Let's see it. So let's hand over training supplies. So, a set of tools and training materials which have been packaged and are to be distributed to the new recruits. So, oh, these are just what I needed. Thank you, madam. I'm going to check as well the reputation tab. Okay, 150 actually to finish this reputation. So I don't want to make this into some like super long episode. So, but I guess we'll see. So, wait, you're the esteemed mistress Mithrie in the flesh. How I have longed to meet you. Okay. So I guess I might finish the quest as well to rank up. So these were crafted by you. I shall treasure them as always. Okay. And the third one. So did Square Enix always plan... Yoshi P, did you always plan to have this in ruins so that we could repair it later? I love you. Right, anyway. So here's Mithrie. So, what's brought you all the way out here, ma'am? I joined for the free coupon nuts, but now I am here, I might as well go full Malm. There isn't any point in starting something unless you're going to be the best. Yep, and over. So, these are simply splendid. With them, there is nothing stopping me from becoming the premium Mogmender. Yeah, I hope this is all cleaned up. I really hope. Okay, so that quest is now done. So there's a quest over there, and which quest is closer? That quest is closer, so let's go do that one. And don't worry guys, like with the Exali quests, when you're doing crafting, there is no combat from what I've seen, you know, and you should be able to craft safe and away from monsters, but just pay attention. You can't fight in your crafting gear. So just make sure that you don't aggro any monsters, because these are, like, these still aggro even level 60s. Yeah, but they pick spots away from the monsters, so it's fine. So I have scoured this entire area, and I'm confident that short of chopping down trees, there is no more timber to be found. While a few of the logs are a mite singed, there's no doubt still serviceable. Well then, I shall leave these to you. Okay. So, let's collect the metal bars from this person over here. And that's one quest over there. So, hey, well, let's go do the other quest because it's a bit closer. Boom, boom. Okay, so be careful here because there is monsters around. Okay. Got some Moogle. Let's talk to him. So, please, I am but skin and bones, I assure you. I do not taste nearly as good as I... Oh, thank you, gods, it's you. As glad as I am to see your friendly face, I beg that you not sneak up on me like that. So, Mogek sent you. I just knew that the smug-faced, palm-swinging miser didn't trust me to bring back anything worthwhile. Well, I'll show him. I will show him I will. Just look at this huge pile I've gathered. So, oh, who am I kidding? Most of these materials are so old and decrepit that it would be a miracle if I could use them to build anything. What am I to do with this rubbish? Wait, these pillars of wood alone, they might be worthless, but with your superb crafting skills, maybe you could fashion some beams. Then even Mogek cannot claim my coming here was a fruitless venture. Someone with your expertise should be able to make short work of this. And while you're at it, I will go and search the area for even more things to take back. Anyway, I shall let you get started. If you find yourself in need of more materials, do not hesitate to ask. Oh, and please deliver the finished product to Mogek directly. Cool. Let's do it. And last but not least, this quest over here. So yeah, I mean, I love this aspect of the game. I mean, everyone knows that. And I would recommend everyone get into it, because there is so much benefits in doing it. It's not just for the sake of, if you like crafting, the money, repairing your own gear, being self-reliant, all of it that comes with it is so much worth it. I've unearthed a large cache of metal bars, but try as I might, I cannot carry them for even a single nail. You appear quite strong. Please, madam, take them to the restoration site in my stead. Cool. So we need to synthesize as well the 3 construction components. So construction components. Cool, that one. And again, it doesn't require high quality. Now the thing is, eventually they will require high quality. It will actually say, please make this high quality. But for now, it's not saying that, so I'm just pressing through this as quick as I can. But like I said, I'll reiterate, you know, do fill up the high quality bar if you're leveling up for the extra EXP. And I will show that in my new players crafting series. Okay, cool. And then deliver this to him. Okay, so let's teleport back to Zenith. And let's get this done. And that's it. I mean, from what I can see, that's how long the daily quests are going to take. It's minutes, and that was with me reading it all out and explaining everything. If you're rushing through it on a daily basis, it's really fast. It'll still give you time to do your other dailies, your beast tribes, and if you're into crafting, I would recommend not only doing the Moogle beast tribes, but also doing the Ixali to collect grade 4 materia, and also, if you're leveling up old classes, just keep doing the Vanu Vanu and Vath, because they give a huge amount of EXP for your battle classes. Okay, so let's finish this quest. Mithrie, from what I hear, not only did you take the time to craft the supplies I requested, but went out of your way to distribute them as well. Thanks to you, the youngest of our crew couldn't be more excited to start their training. I just hope their zest for learning doesn't begin to wane over the coming days and weeks. We need all the pause we can get if Zenith is to be restored in a timely fashion. Okay, that's complete. And then next, Mithrie, you returned much earlier than I expected. Were you able to find our missing Mogmender? Yep. Hand over the items. Remember, there is also the challenge log, which get some nice bonus EXP as well on a weekly basis. So I see this has stayed behind to continue his search. Well, for that I cannot fault him. These are simply splendid, even more so considering that they were crafted using components found at the House of Letters. Perhaps I was too quick to discount the potential the ruins offered. It is a mistake I mean to rectify immediately. I shall begin scheduling routine searches for the area, just as soon as I get the rest of my Mogmenders in order, that is. Okay, that's complete. So that's that one done. Next, I got some nice bonus skill. Let's hand over this item. So, yes, indeed, Kupo. Not moments ago, I received word from Master Mogek that you would be along with more construction materials. Okay, hand over, hand over. So, now let's see our little... So, what our little scavengers managed to dig up. Excellent, excellent. This is much more than I'd hoped to receive on short notice. So, would you take a look at this, Mithrie? This birch is of exceptional quality. They could be used to make exceptional pilings. Now, if only there was someone on hand with the talent and skills to do so. Wink, wink. You'll do it. I knew I could count on you. Oh, and when you finish, please see that they undergo one of Master Mogek's routine inspections. Okay. So we need to now make foundation components. That's good. Again, doesn't require high quality. And I use careful synthesis just because if I wanted to use standard synthesis, I would have to also use steady hand because it's not 100% guaranteed. I don't want to waste moves with it blowing up. So careful synthesis from Weaver allows it 100% success rate, even if it's less progress gain. Remember that. So do read the descriptions of each ability while you're learning crafting, so you know which one to use when. So you're back so soon, Mithrie. I trust all went smoothly, of course. And over. So magnificent. With these, our foundation will be able to withstand the ravages of time for generation upon generation to come. So complete. Done. So that's basically it in terms of the dailies. But we've managed to max out the reputation for neutral. So we can now do this quest with Master Mogzin to get to the next reputation. Let's do it. So, oh Jesus. Well, they're giving out like grade 4 material like candy these days. So the milk of Moogle kindness. So Master Mogzin is motioning over you. So, Mithrie, Tarazan has been looking for you. There's an important matter we must discuss at once. Oh, so let's hand over. I mean, if the price of grade 4 material falls to 0, then I might literally, like, remeld all my gear to grade 4 material, like, only, and grade 4 minimum, and possibly grade 5. Mithrie, there you are. I must say that the attitude of the Mogmenders is much improved. They have mastered the basics of stonemasonry more quickly than I could have anticipated, and remain ever eager to learn. Once the rubble has been cleared, we can begin rebuilding. Therein lies our problem, however. I am afraid that we lack the numbers to remove the debris on our own. I require aid from the Moogles of Asa, but have yet to receive a response. Doubtless that they have been trying to avoid any kind of hard work. And so I would ask you, dear Mogzin, with bringing them here, I give you leave to use whatever trick you can to conceive of those malangering Moogles to Barlays. You want me to fool Moogles? I've never done that. Not successfully, anyways. Do not be so quick to lose heart. You fail only because your ideas are half-formed, marred by compromise and poor planning. You must preserve in your efforts if you wish to succeed. It is as the words of my house state, by the 100th blow. For a single strike of the chisel merely scratches a stone's surface. It is only with constant effort that stone gives rise to bricks, to walls, and at last an impenetrable fortress. Such is the power of will, of perseverance, of determination. So, will, perseverance and determination, I will remember, Kupo. Yes, I will craft a trick so cunning that they'll sing songs of it throughout Mogholm. So, aye, that's the spirit. You are a leader, and it's past time you took charge. Show the others that the Mogmenders are not to be trifled with. So, however, while I have a great faith in Mogzin, he still has yet to meet his full potential, which is why I must ask you to accompany him, Mithrie, and ensure he does not slip back into his old ways. Give that pom-pom of his a firm shake if you sense that his will is wavering. So I'm sure there is no need for that, Kupo. Nevertheless, I will certainly appreciate the company. Well then, shall we be off? We should begin by speaking to Magop, the Moogle in charge over at Asa. Okay, so let's go. Let's do it. Wonder if he's at the top of this mini tower. Is he? Yes, he is. So, oh, if it isn't Master Mogzin and the adventure I've heard so much about, I seem to recall a request of some manner from the Mogmenders. Oh yes, you required extra paws to help move rubble. That's correct, Kupo. The request was made some time ago, and still not a single Moogle has arrived at Barlays. We can't hope to make any progress without them. Ah yes, who could forget such an unusual name? Of course, I dispatched several Moogles from the moment the missive came. I'm afraid I may have sent them to the wrong location. Awfully hard to pronounce that name, you see. Why, I suppose they could be anywhere now, and without the provisions for a long journey. Oh, how dreadful. All alone among those wild beasts, hungry and afraid. Curse my clumsy tongue. Curse it. Could you help me find them? Please bring them something to sate their hunger, and I'm certain that they'll be most willing to help. So, of course, an understandable mistake. I sincerely pronounce half the names I hear. I scarce pronounce half the names I hear. Don't worry, Mogop. My companion and I will have the errand Moogles back here and safe post-haste. So, it wouldn't serve to go searching blindly, however, lest you become lost ourselves. No, we must discuss our strategy beforehand, Mithrie. Let's confer down below. I mean, it sounds more like he just got tricked to give out food to his Moogles. So, let's talk to Master Mogzin. So, little does Mogop know, I already fallen for this trick twice. Why trouble yourself to get your own food when a gullible Moogle will deliver it right to you? It would be a brilliant ploy if it wasn't so overused. And now we have our chance to. What did Tarazan say? Turn the tables. If we can trick them into going to Barlays, I dare say they'd stay just as a sign of respect. Mogop and his lackeys are a clever bunch though. How could I possibly get the better of them? If only we could use those fake Koopa nuts, but by now every Moogle in Mogholm and beyond has heard of them. And rightly so. They are truly masterpieces, certainly not something I could ever hope to surpass. And there's no shame in that. Yes, why reach for the skies when a Koopa nut is hanging just within reach? Besides, as that is far from Mogholm, I'd wager Mogop and the others have heard nothing of your fake nuts. Well then, I believe the matter is settled. Remember Tarazan's words, Mogzin. Don't make me give you your palm a squeeze. Lol. Tarazan's words, you're right. I must make my own trick. I almost did it again, didn't I? Well, not this time. This time, I'll be the one laughing. This time, Mogop will be the one too embarrassed to show his face at the harvest feast. Thank you, Mithrie. Tarazan was right to have you accompany me. If you were not here, I would have given up before I remembered a special something that just might serve as a perfect tool for our trick. A very special something. I haven't got any myself though. Certainly not in the quantity required. But there is one Moogle who might. Mithrie, come with me to Mogholm so we can seek our counsel of the alchemist Moghan. Yes, it's all falling into place. Cool. Cool. Let's teleport straight to Mogholm. Save ourselves a flight. And as like I said as well, guys, the reason I read all of this out, and I read it out loud as well, is so I can absorb all of it as much as I can. Because it might, for me personally, it sounds different in my head compared to when I read it out loud. I might skim read it, misunderstand the point, and so on. Whereas when I try and read it out loud, it's completely the way it should be. There's Moghan. So, Mithrie, my apologies. I had to pick something up from Barlays on the way. I hope I didn't keep you waiting long. So, the mighty adventurer graces us with her presence again, Kupo. Oh, and greetings to you as well, Mogzin. What brings you two all the way from Barlays? So, Mugok is up to his old tricks, but I mean to take the upper paw this time. For that, I require your most potent medicine. Most potent. Oh, and on a completely unrelated note, I brought you a gift. So, well, I certainly can't just give you Koopa nuts. And larger than any I've ever seen. Even Moreso... Sorry, even Moreso. Even more so than those of Chieftain Moglin's secret reserve. So, you've always been a stout supporter of the Mogmenders. I just thought I should express my gratitude. Of course, I understand, Kupo. I wouldn't dare decline a gift from you, Mogzin. It is only a gift, yes? Why, Moghan, you wound me. I would never intend for it to be anything else. So, Kupo, lifting stones is dangerous work, and it would be dreadful if anyone was injured, especially so far from home. You shall have your medicine, Mogzin. Practice caution, however. Use too much, and you may do more harm than good. So, I promise to be responsible, Kupo. Mithrie, I believe we are finished here. I'll meet you back at Azar after I finish some final preparations. I will try not to be late this time. Okay, so let's fly back. Sorry, let's teleport back to Zenith and then fly. I enjoy this side of the game. You know, it's nice to just have something alternative to do than just fight, you know? It's completely separate. That's why it makes up basically half of the game, is the crafting and gathering. And I've personally not seen crafting and gathering done better in any game that I've played. But if you guys know of one, then please tell me. But I haven't personally seen one. Here's my Mogop. That goes the search. I've looked up and down, under every rock and behind every bush, and we can find no sign of the poor Moogles. All this searching has made me terribly thirsty, by the way. Now, I know how the others must feel. It's tearing me apart. Mogop, enough, I surrender. I must say, your every trick is more impressive than the last. This one was so impressive, in fact, that I brought a bounty of Koopa nut milk to give to everyone. So, Mogzin's been outsmarted again. You really must stop making this so easy. There's no sport in it anymore. However, you will gladly accept these libations as a just reward for our ingenuity. Time to call the others. So did you see Kupo? Mogop is none the wiser. He thinks that it's just regular Koopa nut milk, but we know better. Oh, I can scarce believe that I, Mogzin, am finally able to trick Moogles. Come, Mithrie, Mogop will soon get his just desserts. Okay, let's go. I mean, all this tricking and talking and so on to just get them to repair their own, like, life. Okay, here we go. We would have to put it in the middle of nowhere where there's dragons around. So Mithrie, quickly, Mogop and the others are just about to partake of my special milk. So Mogzin has been tricked again, and not for the last time. In his humbleness, he has rewarded our surpassing cleverness with a bounty of coconut milk. Drink deep, my friends, and bask in victory. So, there's nothing like a nip of milk after what is... So, Koopa, impossible. Mogzin couldn't have... Rip. So, what's in the milk, you ask? A few pinches of crushed cloud mallow seeds. In large enough quantities, they put Moogles into a deep sleep. So, once they're dozing soundly, I only need whisper in their ears to complete my plan. Look, Mithrie, and bear witness to Mogmender's guile. I like that he's wearing the blacksmith hat. You will work hard. You will not be lazy. A working Moogle is a happy Moogle. A working Moogle is a happy Moogle. From sun up till sundown, you will work up a sweat with nary a frown. From sun up till sundown, we'll work up a sweat with nary a frown. So, what ho, friends? Isn't it a perfect day for back-breaking labor? Who needs rest? Not I. Who wants to sweat? Me. Actually hilarious. So, victory. I doubt Mogop will dare try to trick me again after this. And now to reap the rewards. Let's return to Barlays and see what Moogle's hard work can accomplish. Interesting. Okay, so let's go back to Barlays. And luckily for me, the Beast Tribe quest reset in about an hour from now. Well, at the time of recording, so we can then press ahead. I'm still a few days behind, but whatever. Only a few days, that's all. Not like months like I was with the Vanu and the VAF. Okay, let's do it. So, Mithrie is terrible. We'll never get the rubble cleared. Mogop and the others began working eagerly at first, but they collapsed after carrying only one rock between them. I know they aren't used to hard work, but this beggars belief. Perhaps all is not lost, however. When a Moogle's in such a sorry state, the only cure I know is more cloud mallow, and I believe you can help with that, Mithrie. Mount a mallow and sprinkle some puffs on these Moogles, and their palms shall perk right up. Just ask that the Moogles guarding it to ride will be looking to the skies. Perhaps a few errant puffs will blow my way. Okay. I think people joked about these mounts because they, if you're not wearing decent clothes, you might leave less to be, it might show what it shouldn't show, basically. But say no more. I know exactly why you're here. Just shake your rump a bit and rain mallow puffs on the poor Moogles, and they'll be back in tip-top shape. Hop on. I'm sure the mallow can support your weight. But yeah, so people were saying about these, basically. I'm sure this will be the mount we get once we're max rank with the Moogles. I seem to recall being tired. Impossible. Inconceivable. I dare say I could clear the rubble myself. A working Moogle is a happy Moogle, Kupo. Nice. Are we done? Here's Mogzin. Get off the mount. So, the Mallow Puff seemed to do it. If they keep up at this pace, then the rubble should be cleared in no time. What's more, now that I've hoodwinked a Moogle, I'm sure to earn some respect around here. I am master of the Mogmenders after all. Tarazan Mithrie, if not for your support, I would have given up long ago. To see my efforts succeed at last, I've never felt this sense of accomplishment before. You have my thanks. So, brilliant, my dear Mogzin. Remember my words, and your conviction shall show in the quality of your craftsmanship. I will. I most certainly will, Tarazan. Your words will guide me in both my works and my studies. Okay, complete. Nice. Oh, they're working hard. So, thanks to your efforts, the rubble has been cleared from Bar Lays. Continue assisting the Mogmenders to see repair of the plaza completed. Nice. Reputation up. So my reputation has increased to recognize new Moogle Beast Strike quests are now available from Mogek the Marvelous at the Plaza. Furthermore, you'll be able to undertake 3 additional quests from Mogek Marvelous as a reputation rank bonus. This bonus is available until the daily resets of the Beast Tribe quests. These additional quests will become available after accepting all current daily quests from Mogek the Marvelous. Please be advised that you cannot undertake these quests if you have no remaining allowances. You now have access to a wider selection of wares from Mogmall the Mog Belly. Nice. So it means basically that now I've ranked up, I can do 3 more before the reset, which is about an hour from now. I don't need to record them, but yeah. And 360 reputation for the next one. Okay, so it won't be today, but hopefully from tomorrow we can start recording the rank 3 with the Moogles. So anyway guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me and goodbye from Mithrie.